Hello, I'm Rod Pinkston and welcome to another episode of Jager Pro. This week I'll cover the pros and cons of a single gate versus a double gate trap enclosure during our basic training segment. I'll also remove the last remaining pigs from this property using the most efficient process and products while teaching the art and science of integrated wild pig control. The key to achieving whole sounder success is to use the most efficient process and product based on the population, juvenile to adult ratios, and education level of each individual sounder. This information is based on photo and video observations from the bait site. Step number 2 of our capture success matrix is to condition pigs to trust the trap enclosure as a daily food source. Our M.I.N.E trapping system can be configured as either a single gate or a double gate enclosure. So let's demonstrate the pros and cons of each. The first consideration for choosing a single or double gate depends on the established game trails or travel routes to the bait site. An automatic feeder for a single gate trap enclosure should be erected at least 20 feet from the established game trail. This strategic plan leaves enough room to build a standard 32-foot diameter M.I.N.E trapping system with an 8-foot wide gate positioned near the game trail. Let's demonstrate what happens when the feeder is erected too close to the game trail. There's not enough room for the trap to be built without enclosing part of the trail inside. I learned this important lesson back in January of 2013. 2 sows arrived with their 10 pigs at 02:30 from their bedding area. The matriarch sow attempts to depart the bait site on the well-used trail, then realizes her path is blocked by a metal object. She quickly exits the trap enclosure, taking the entire sounder with her. The matriarch never returned and had to be shot, while it took an additional 13 days to finally capture these 11 on February 1st. The advantages of building a single gate trap enclosure include a lower cost and less labor, because there is one less gate to purchase and install. This example demonstrates success using only 8 rigid panels to capture 6 orphan juveniles, instead of spending the additional time and labor to erect all 12 panels. The biggest disadvantages one gate creates are longer conditioning times for some adults and total trap avoidance for others. Adult sows may observe their offspring feeding inside the trap for several days or nights before trusting the enclosure enough to enter themselves. Some pigs who have been previously educated simply do not trust a single entrance, but high-volume success is definitely obtainable when the capture success matrix is performed correctly. My preference is a double gate trap enclosure, as a feeder can be erected directly on the game trail. Our M.I.N.E trapping system positions both gates on the trail, on either side of the feeder. The advantages of building a double gate trap enclosure include shorter conditioning times for adults to increase our trapping efficiency and productivity. This example shows 13 adults using both thresholds to enter the trap site. Subordinate boars do not feel comfortable entering a trap enclosure with only one entrance, as they cannot escape a dominant boar. A double gate setup also allows the ability to use terrain and fencing as a natural travel corridor to increase capture efficiency. Changing gate positions within the trap design is important to quickly condition pigs to the enclosure. It offers far more flexibility and creativity in multiple habitats than a single gate. The biggest disadvantage is the additional cost and labor required to purchase and install 2 gates. I would argue the increased efficiency and return on labor achieved by operating a double gate system pays for itself during the first month. The population dynamics and education level of each individual sounder will dictate the conditioning time to trust the trap enclosure as a daily food source. We must measure the performance of each individual event to validate our choice between a single gate or a double gate trap enclosure. Experienced hog control operators use every possible strategic advantage to immediately capitalize on the given situation. Trap-resistant pigs may not give us a second chance at whole sounder success. To view the entire 30-minute episode, please tune in to RFD-TV. Our weekly show airs Tuesday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 8:30 p.m. Central, Channel 231 on Dish Network and Channel 345 on DirecTV.